Is money secretly destroying your marriage? You're not alone. Financial stress is one of the top reasons couples fight. But here's the good news. There's a step-by-step solution that actually works, and we're going to walk through it right now. First, let's change how we view money. When couples argue about finances, the cash itself is rarely the real problem. A conflict usually comes from deeper issues like fear about the future, feeling unappreciated, or having completely different values because of how you were raised. For example, a husband might see saving every penny as security, while his wife sees spending on family activities as creating comfort and happiness. This leads to conflict because each one secretly thinks the other is being irresponsible. The solution? Stop questioning each other's intentions and start acknowledging your different perspectives. Next, you have to choose the right time and style for the money talk. The worst times to discuss finances are when you're angry in the middle of a financial crisis or in front of your kids. Instead, pick a time when you're both calm and relaxed. And here's a game changer. Use I statements, not you accusations. So instead of saying you always spend without thinking, try something like, I feel anxious when we don't know where our money is going. It completely changes the tone from an attack to a shared concern. This leads to the third step. Turn the discussion from a blame game into a shared goal. Stop pointing fingers and start asking, what do we want our money to achieve for us? Instead of you waste money or you're so stingy, frame it as a team effort. Say things like, we both want a stable home for our family, or we want to give our children a great education, or we both want the peace of mind that comes from being debt-free. When you do this, money stops being a battlefield and becomes a tool to build your future together. Fourth, find a flexible money management system. There's no one-size-fits-all solution. One popular method is a shared budget with personal allowances. All the family income goes into one main account for bills and savings, but each of you gets a personal allowance each month to spend freely. No questions asked. This gives you both autonomy and reduces any feelings of being controlled. Another option is a responsibility-based system. Maybe the husband handles the rent and utilities, while the wife covers groceries and daily needs. This creates clear ownership and reduces blame. Or, if your incomes are different, a percentage-based system can feel very fair. Each person contributes a percentage of their income, like 70% and 30%, to the shared expenses. Fifth, you must agree in advance on what I call sensitive expenses. These are the things that cause huge fights if they aren't discussed beforehand. We're talking about helping relatives, buying expensive gifts, online shopping sprees, taking out loans, or even planning a vacation. When you have an agreement ahead of time, there are no surprises, which means no sudden confrontations. Sixth, create a budget that's flexible, not suffocating. An extremely strict budget will make you want to rebel, but no budget at all is just chaos. You need a balanced approach. Cover your basic needs, your savings goals, but always include a category for fun and entertainment. Even when times are tight, setting aside a small amount for enjoyment helps you feel like you're not just surviving, but actually living. So, what happens when conflict pops up anyway? Step 7 is to handle it smartly. The golden rule is this: financial arguments should never be resolved at the peak of anger. If you feel things getting heated, just pause the discussion. Agree to postpone it for 24 hours. When you come back to it, bring numbers and facts, not just emotions and accusations. And finally, step 8 is to appreciate non-financial contributions. Money is not the only way to contribute to a partnership. A wife who manages the household efficiently is saving the family a fortune. A husband who offers incredible emotional support is providing priceless value even if his income is lower. Showing appreciation for these things can reduce conflict more effectively than a bigger paycheck ever could. Let's look at some quick real-life examples. A couple was fighting over shopping. The solution? They set a monthly spending cap and gave each other a personal allowance. Another couple argued about helping the husband's family. They agreed on a fixed, budgeted amount each year. One partner was a saver, the other a spender. They created a budget that included a dedicated fund so both felt their needs were met. To sum it up, manage your money through dialogue, not authority. Making agreements in advance prevents most conflicts. And remember, respect and understanding matter far more than numbers on a spreadsheet. When you have a shared goal, financial conflict can actually turn into cooperation. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more practical advice. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on ways to strengthen your relationship. A happy marriage starts with teamwork, and money doesn't have to get in the way. Thanks for watching.